Hello, Thomas. This is Gina, and I'm responding to your Week 6 discussion board. You chose the topic on using the intellectual property of others. You brought up the topic of awareness. This is exactly what I was thinking. If faculty and students were aware of the actual policy with fair use, they would be able to make better decisions in their daily activities as well as lesson planning. Most educators do simply ignore the fact that there are digital copyright laws, and they just forego some of those laws and they just make their own decisions without looking into what's really going on. And they also assume that most material they find online are free, and they say, well, if I find this information out there, it's free for everyone to use, right? Well, that's not true. There are some guidelines that they need to follow, and there's a lot of misconceptions, and it does create real problems for the educator, and some will have to defend themselves in court. So we have to be very careful as educators on what we use in our course material. Also, if you're going to go outside your textbook material, definitely want to look into fair use materials, Creative Commons materials, and public domain materials. I stress the fact of using clip art. Clip art is public domain, and feel free to use it in your PowerPoint presentations or whatever it may be. When it comes to fair use materials, sometimes the students think it's fair game. They would download some information and then they would do a peer-to-peer exchange. Once they get into that peer-to-peer exchange, obviously that's you break in some of the rules, and in the copyright fair use policy sort of gets lost there in the misconception, and so that's where a lot of the students get into trouble. And according to Hobbs and Jensen's article there's a lot of information about that sort of thing going on. And as we continue on with our technology advancements, we do find ourselves into more and more ethical issues such as that. Next, you also brought up the fact that your IT specialist or your media specialist are the ones to go to as far as seeking copyright information. This is so true. In fact, our IT personnel holds regular training for us during our faculty in-service. They also have a link on the website for students to follow, so I think it's a great resource to have and to seek them out definitely anytime you have any questions. I think you did a great job, and have a good week.